Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I render hair. So without further ado, let's just start. Obviously first, you need to get your base color. This should be a mid-tone, something that isn't too dark and isn't too light. Once you have it, go ahead and start filling in everything with that color. While you are doing that, remember the important facts about hair and how it looks. Think of hair as a form with volume, not just flat lines. Hair grows from the scalp and occupies space. It doesn't lie completely flat against the head. Vary the direction of your strokes. Sometimes hair doesn't always follow the same direction. This is mainly true for short hair. Sometimes strands can be pointing down, out, and up at the same time. This is mainly seen with thin strands, as they are lighter. Heavier parts of the hair will point down, while lighter ones are more free. And definitely don't try to draw every single strand. Focus on the illusion of strands within the larger shapes. Trust the process. You don't have to be perfect with everything. It all depends on your experience, style, and how you want your art to look. While doing the hair, remember that hair is multiple strands all pieced together. Don't be scared to have strands pointing out or going over the face. It's all about feathering the hair to make it look a little more natural. Now that we have that across, and our main hair shape done, we will do kind of what we did for the face rendering, and get a slightly darker color to outline the main parts of your hair, to get a general idea of where everything is. Things like strands that go up, and then down over the face should be outlined within the hair, chunks of hair that go over others should be outlined, etc., etc. Once you have it all done, I recommend making the opacity of that layer lower, especially if the color you chose is a little dark. Then you can start on your shading. But remember, hair shading is a little different from shading on bodies. Darker values represent areas that recede or are in shadow, while lighter values or highlights indicate areas that protrude or catch light. Pay attention to the direction of the light source and shade accordingly. Consider the underlying form and use the hair itself to define it. Pay attention to the direction and flow of the hair strands. Identify the primary light source and where it would hit the hair, creating highlights, and where it would be blocked, creating shadows. Shade areas opposite the light source, using darker tones and potentially cooler colors to indicate shadows. Use lighter tones and potentially warmer colors for areas where light directly hits the hair, like the top of the head or the tips of strands. Then I started doing separate strands within the hair to give it more direction and make it look less like a blob. This is important. Ensure that your hair has a mix of dark strands and shorter light strands that are located within lighter parts. Oftentimes, hair strands can look slightly gold when in the sun, or just generally brighter colors when light is shining directly on it. That's why sometimes someone's hair can look like it's glowing. However, it's also important to not overdo these strands. If you do it too much, it will look weird, and if you do it too little, it will look like a massive blob of hair. Anyways, with all that out of the way, if you followed the steps correctly, your hair should look like this. I really hope this helped. If it did and you liked this video, consider supporting my work by subscribing or sharing this video. It means a lot to me and I am trying my best. See you next time.